Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another day with Glenn. We are starting up the sounds here, so we have tunes, music, and switch to our live screen. Nothing super exciting going on today. The notice of what's going to be going on today is completely incorrect. So, yeah, I'm one of those days. And that's okay. After yesterday's foibles in Minecraft Bingo, we got complete. That's about as far as it got. So yeah, was not too impressed with that, but I mean, hey, you guys know me well enough to say, when am I ever impressed with that sort of thing? So you're catching me putting stuff away because today we're going to go underground and try and just dig up a little bit of supplies for doing some slate roof. I'm going to probably do deep slate tiling up there. Works. This is sandstone. Bone block.
Atlanta.
No, it's box. Alright. 4 box. Don't. That'll work. Good morning, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. How are you this morning?
Hello?
Pretty chill thus far. That can go on. Today. Okay. So, today we're going to go underground and just see if we can. I do need to get some stuff. All good. At some point I need to put away my junk boxes. I have far too many things in the junk boxes. And I realized I'd left balls out there. I have more scaffolding that I can shake a stick at, but some of it and not all of it. Basically. Now, always not having enough torches. Probably rectify that. I'll rectify that situation. So never having. Okay, there's some in the box there. Be good, and that would be our. Okay. Going to make her have some. Okay. In that case, I will start with these out of the road. To show what my plan is, and then we go down some more. Not anything super exciting, but I want to make progress on this building. Starting to feel a little 90 pull on this thing. There. More that, I'm not even gonna go there. That's right now. Glenn being Dylan. Okay. Just leave it at that. Regular set. Right. Oh! Down the other side. Up the other side. Full one, right? Here. Alright. Oh, right, because it's down a block and a half. Thing's not right. Yes, it is. Okay, well. There. Not gonna get super far on these. I'm gonna run out really quick. And yes, I know I'm placing, but of late, when I'm placing things, I get nervous. It's my mouse action. Now, I've tried adjusting mouse to try and compensate for that. It just turns out that overall responsivity, yes, there we go, that's probably better, of the mouse ends up being something that I don't like. So, yeah. That's for it. A little better. Wish I could like backwards bridge this and they would all go the direction. But you know, that would be too simple. Let me know how much fill in this one more row. I'm gonna need a lot more of this to do the upper roof, going from here all the way over to the tower. Figured we went underground today and see what we can find. There's always other things too, like wouldn't mind more tough and calcite and all that jazz. Critical, but cool. The inside's probably going to of this building's probably going to be covered with smooth quartz. But I have wondered if I might be wise to put some acid in there as a texturing difference. I'll have to take that and see. The modern building is fairly well upkept, so you don't actually get to see a lot of exposed and or dirty white walls. The calcite actually works better for the dirty white walls. I'm aware that Fantastic Sherlock Fox has some meetings today, so I fully expect that he'll be lurking if he's here at all. So I do appreciate that he dropped by to begin. All the way up. Wow. Surprised. 32 won't be enough to get well. Surprised I got farther on the spot. Right. Especially when I make mistakes like that. That's okay. Oh, good. I know the top is not protected, so we've been lucky so far. Knock on anything you feel you need to knock on for luck. But very much not been mob proof from the edge, so I'm sort of like just waiting for the day that off of something that mobs can spawn under, they just start showing up and giving us a bad day. So, like, this roof's not too bad, but the other one I did with the Aussie, those look cool. Yeah. I don't like these, that's why I didn't put copper. Oh. I will just put these down so I know what I'm doing. But frankly, I don't think I'm gonna keep. This is cobbled deep slate as stairs, but I think like the tile deep slate better. I think, but I won't know until I have more deep slate to work with. Because like the mistakes that I've been making in Garfingo or with the moss, I went and converted all of cobbled because I didn't realize the tile could become stairs. Where are we? In. Off. Night. And head over around. I've got what I need. Feels weird, but that's okay. I'm gonna go underground. That's not how I want it. Sheep, poor sheep. Okay. Knew there was a big hole I've been using. Now there's a second hole. Let's see. Find it. Well, that one might work. Torches on bar? Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at my chest and yeah, there's plenty of torches in there. Well, you know, not gonna help if I don't have my inner chest. Come on. Oh, ow. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There we go. And torches. Okay. Now take this. Let's try that again. Water fill. Oh. There's another non-water fill. Okay. Sticking your head in a wall is not going to help. That way. Now, I did need some blocks to build with, so this is not a hill. Go. Out here. Water filled. Not really. Okay. What I'm gonna do, there's. There. You know what? This is silly. I'm looking for this slate. I don't need all of it. Put on the whole for one of them. Sure, I'll take it. Okay, where are we? Okay. Hello, bat. Oh, whoops. Come on. Okay. Round. bottom where it was the last time. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I'll put a lot here. As I watch it with travel, it's gonna be on my head. Good. Quiet stream today, nothing exciting. I'm just using material to make stuff. Now, let's one up here. There. Helps me remember I'm not using a flip touch pick. Whatever that was is no. Do you feel your bones start to shake? There. I will bubble it later. So, one of the things I was just thinking about, what I do first things, one of the things that I've been thinking about lately is just, what happens, like more curiosity than anything else, but what happens when a player gets burnout but they haven't finished their projects yet? What do they do? Those things I never really think about. I just assumed I never would get burnout. That's probably not what I was really doing. I don't know. My head's really spacey lately. Tonight with our scouts level, so this would be 11 to 14. You got, campfire was with marshmallows and hot dogs and all that jazz, so that's kind of now. Just got the booze just going on. And part of my brain is going, where did he put it? Because my son has unfortunately tonight. We don't need it for tonight's meeting, but it's one of those things that they're allowed to have in their backpack with them at all times. They're not allowed to carry it openly and or use it without a permit. And that's one of the things he's working on about a week from now. Given that my son is rather prone to anxiety attacks, not having it is bothering him quite a lot. So, supposedly, I'm the one who always knows where the scout stuff is. And I may know, I may not know. In this case, I don't think I do, because those things that by the time you're a scout, you should be knife. So when my son put it away this summer after we went family camping, I did not really bother to figure out where he had put it. Figured he could track it himself, and normally he can. But somehow we've all placed things that can't be found. So, hoping to find it. Ooh. Yeah, I'm hoping he's able to find it, because I'd like him to feel in control of the situation rather than not, I guess. Still taste it. Oh. Oh. When I have it. Okay. I can break in. Sometimes it's not about getting diamonds for me. In a sense, it's about being ores. Because I can trade for the diamonds themselves. Just having the ores in their various formats is kind of fun. Say that I did it. Anyway, so I'm really hoping you can find it. I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm distracted a little bit by idly wondering what to do with this knife. It's a nice fixed blade for a knife. To make staves and stuff. But last season, when his Cub group started having some linking events, when the Cubs get invited to go join the Scouts for a little bit, and then once they've officially moved up, jokingly called them something else. A nickname my son doesn't particularly like. About it, but they jokingly call them Scubs, just because they're Scout Cubs, right? That's where that came from. But not high on his list. That one doesn't like being called a Scub. I think it's because really the joke about it is it sounds a little bit like you call it a scrub, meaning a nothing, and certainly not nothing. But in any case, yeah, we're using it to work on our staves over the summer. So they started them last June, and then they could take them home over the summer and do whatever they wanted, because of course there's their knives and whatever. So we were working on it during our family camp. And under supervision, Cubs are allowed to use knives as well. So my daughter has started her own staff, I guess hiking stick. And so we were one of my knives. I have two, one locking blade folding knife and one fixed blade knife. All going really well for the most part. I think that's good. It's just that we can't find the not ideal. stairs going there too. Frost. Yeah, so I do wonder where things got to. Mine got a little bit misplaced, or my knife got misplaced briefly. Then I realized I just left it inside the trailer, so. There's all up. Good. I'm gonna start dumping my trunks in. Dumping all over the floor. There's space. It looks like all the crystals are ready for picking. I missed a couple of spots where they could have grown. See? There, oh, now. Okay. Happening. Yeah, like, oops. Downloaded. Expensive. Pardon me. Where did it? Let's check. Good touch, good. So in any case, that's happened. It's kind of interesting though. Scouts Canada doesn't make a whole lot of sense with our rules with regards to what kids are allowed for a knife. While I understand that a fixed blade knife is easier to learn from, I totally follow that idea. It's not internationally acceptable. You can't take that with you if you go traveling. You can't, in a lot of countries, you can't even have a folding blade knife that is allowed to lock. Whereas in Canada, if it doesn't lock, you can't scouting against the Canadian scouting rules. Very, very hypocritical because, I mean, in the home of scouting, UK, you're not allowed to have a locking blade knife. It's just the inconsistency that confuses me sometimes. kind of thing that floats around in my head. It keeps me distracted while I'm trying to figure out what I'm game. One thing I have noted for people who usually follow my channel is that it started not giving the regulars notice that I'm streaming. So yeah, that's one of the up for you kinds of things, is that it's not giving. Therefore, people are missing out. And from my point of view, it's much quieter because of it. As you can imagine, I'm not a fan. So my recommendation, if you are interested in following this stream, truth be told, is to take a look at the schedule. My regular streaming slots are usually 1 to 2 Eastern, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And then for Tuesdays and Wednesdays are the days that I can often find myself another slot to be able to extra stream. But that's not always the case. It's just those ones that are more likely to have that happen. I'm hoping to make that a regular part of the schedule. Here. That does seem to that works well for me. And I may be playing Minecraft most of the time. I am on. If it's a Tuesday stream, I will be playing a round of Java Minecraft, just building in this world. But if it's Wednesday, of course, it's whatever Wednesday, and that will be an extra stream. Might be a bingo, Minecraft bingo run. It might be puzzle game. It might be Valheim. It might be something else. I haven't the foggiest. And so that's just something to keep in mind. But that's the way my schedule normally runs. So if you're a regular viewer, probably best to try and write it down somewhere and make an attempt to check to see if I'm live during periods, because I don't trust Twitch's algorithm anymore. They just seem to be not supportive much. In terms of, like, you click the follow button, you click the notification button, and they tell you it may not. It's almost like Twitch has moved or something. So, yeah. Be aware of that. Another? And nice. That one. I'll give you one more X spot. That side. Go down and pick things up. Okay, I figured out how to get this all scaffolding laid out for me. Be able to make it really grip a little easier. This isn't bad going up and down like this, but I like to have a route that just feels like a branch mine. I wasn't going to grab the calcite on this round, but it seems to be, the more I look at it, it seems to be that it might actually work as a textural change. Supports I'm putting in. Birch, so go with it. Okay, I don't have a whole lot though. I'm supposed to be focusing on, that's what I'm actually looking for. Row. server will restart at 15 minutes, which means 15-minute warning for your Lego stretch, whatever, take your either type of break. You're still working on the Hogwarts Magical Trunk. We also still have the whole thing going for another 17 days, I think, 16 days now. See whether or not people are interested. Non-stop build stream where I do Dumbledore Hogwarts Office this year. Hogwarts Dumbledore's Office. Wow. Great. From this year, end to end, where I just build it till it's done. Some may like it, some not, so that's part of why, sort of, in essence, like a poll. If you're interested, great. If you're not, great. I may do it anyways, so even if you put your points in, I may do it anyways, but I have the ability to fund a point if you could just go ahead and do it regardless of what happens. It may just affect which platform I try it on, because I have not done and so I may check it out and see if that's something I want to get into. I would not leave Twitch, so not like anybody really cares. Not cares. Not like anybody's really worried about me leaving Twitch, but I would not leave Twitch. It's just would this be an extra thing of what I'm currently doing. Yeah. That's really all it is. So if the Twitch people are interested, I will do it on Twitch. Not interested, then I may do YouTube. All it comes down to, I guess. I actually have received, roughly around the 2nd, 3rd, or something. I received a gift from my husband of the Skull Grimmauld Place Potter Lego set. Nope, oh, there, okay. But I realized I received that as a gift, and I would like to consider building that as well, but I've got sort of a FIFO thing going on here. First in, first out. Yeah. We've done some, Hogwarts Moment stuff. Did a couple of Hogwarts Moment books. That went well enough. It just breaks when the server reboots, or if anybody wants extra minutes on a Lego build another step kind of build, then they can definitely claim that through points. I've got a channel point redeemed. Now I know other streamers have done the same thing, so it's not unique, but if you want to see what happened, find it. I'm really kind of all over the board today. This is part of why I'm just doing a gathering stream. I almost took a morning off, just because I felt so unfocused. And I don't think that taking time off actually would have worked well, just because problems here. I don't think skipping stream would work too well, simply because sometimes the routine of being here does not feel like a job. Therefore, the routine of being here actually helps me a little spacey and stuff. What she wrote. Wait. That. Then I should probably get in. Lose it. Hmm. Right, I guess I can walk all over these. Something I... Oh. Okay. Do every day, I suppose. Am I ever thankful, though, that... Oops. Thankful that walking on these crystals doesn't seem... in terms of dropping on them. Ideally, at least, I can get a network going where it's something that could be semi-spawn proof. Well, I guess plating it up doesn't matter. And then be able to get down the walk-in level, that would be great. Be organized? Got it. Yeah, I'd love to clean up this bottom section. Yes. That. They're broken in the first place. Not worry about that.
Analyze.
That's cut up here. This one. There, that might work better.
Analyze.
Okay.
Analyze.
That I can.
Analyze.
A lot of this.
Analyze.
The root, all that jazz.
Analyze.
Yeah, just close it a little.
Analyze.
Right.
Analyze.
Deep Slate Lapis over there, which I haven't got any of. Back into Geode. I don't know why, but this whole, like, pretty of the geodes is really distracting for me. I'm getting the materials I need, so it's not total crime. and I'm sure I can probably do stuff. Bits and bobs. That's about it for the top. They go at the bottom. All right. Ouch. I've got to place it. And it has also occurred to me that I don't really know what I'm going to do with this stuff at the moment, but I think I will probably try and roof put off something. Not on this particular building, but build. I'd also thought about making a flooring out of it, but I think that it was a strange product that would look right. One of the church would probably pour out of like May. Either that or a pretty basic polished slate of something. And then red carpeting. But every church I've ever been in personally, that doesn't make sense. But every church I've been in has red carpeting on them. So that's part of what we do. To be antisocial, I just can't figure out what. Try this. Today's question of the day is: cartoon physics suddenly replace real physics. What are some things you'd want to try? What I meant by that question is if suddenly you could, like, run off a cliff and have hang time. Like Wile E. Coyote. Want to do. Right? Or if weird things would just like hang up in the sky. Supposed to. Something you put up in the sky. If you could reach up and rather literally lasso the moon. But would you want to do that? Those are some of the things I think might be kind of fun. Like lasso the moon. Cartoon moon, of course, right? You can pull it down and you can hit it. That'd be a load of fun. Oh, okay. So we're going to take a quick be right back break. Apparently. Go. And run over and give ourselves a quick Lego break. So as I mentioned before, we're doing the Hogwarts Magical Trunk. Okay, and I'm just going to give us about 5 minutes worth here. So if you guys need a stretch or something, or need to go, I don't know, take a break, like refill your water cup, answer some email, that kind of jazz, then go right ahead. So it looks like today we're going to be starting with augmenting the fireplace. Worked on Tuesday. A little bit of extra deco, I suppose. A little bit fancier here. So, okay, so then I want us to take a couple of flames, clear spots, over oranges with little pegs on them. Oh, there we go. Pegs on. First thing we do is take the bottom, up, and right down the center of the hole. They're little micro candles. Little micro candles. Wow. That's one of those things you don't hear every day. Alright. Second one, and then it looks like we're on to fireplace. There's the fireplace complete. In some sort, I think it's the house points counter. Green one, art. Edit. Red. That. Yeah, did I have four? But I'll find it later. Great. And then we want to use flat sections. Right in behind that, we're actually going to put on it. It's going to be a bookshelf, backside of house points. Inside. Great, please. Full fat fingers, gotta do it. Will do. Go. There we go, that's B. Alright. And that goes in behind a chunk of house points counter at the bottom. Stacking up a couple of clear dots. Oh,
hello.
Oh. Good to see you, Tis for Truth. I did change my profile picture, yes. I debuted that particular character on the last Green Weekend that I did off of Dadcraft 73's server. And I'm actually a dark blonde, as you guys have seen in the live footage. And so I figured I would just go with it, give it a try. Couldn't really get the dark blonde to quite work when I was building the skin. My daughter actually helped me with it. But I unfortunately, yeah, so I went with brown. And I figure that'll do, because in reality it's either brown or try and fight in elements of gray. One of the pieces I dropped on the floor is actually the circular I need for this spot. Let's set this down. I'll get that right after stream. The next one will have another sticker on top. 12, and we're just about out of time anyways. Here we go. Timer's up. So I'm just going to stick on the sticker, get back to the game. I changed my profile pic and a couple other things too. I'm not as obvious as I used to be. Yes. And alright. So quick, be right back, and then I will be live again. Excellent. Okay. We're back. I did take a second to just sweep the floor with my hands to make sure that as I rolled around with my chair, I wasn't going to crunch the piece I needed. I cannot seem to find it, so if I really can't find it, I'll have to get my kids to spot me one just to finish the build, and then I can flip it. I'm going to handle that later. Not really. So, as you can see, this looks kind of smooth, but it's actually got a bit of a darker pattern to it, so I'm interested to see how well that'll go with the smooth quartz that I'm using for the walls of the church build. I also never had, since these things were created, had never actually had a amethyst farm, manual or otherwise, like a natural growth place. So I can say that I'm chuffed. I know this is not the first one of these I've found. I mean, I will admit I've got Journey Map running, and it's mapping all kinds of stuff for me. I can find these if I really want them all over the place. But that said, kind of fun to clean one out. I'm sure I'm going to use this stuff a lot. Uh-oh. There. Yeah. 3. Oh, yes. Lego's a good time to join. Oh, good time to join. back. But I can't fall out the hole. Underneath, I can't see. Whether or not that is something okay for me to plug up or not. Pop out or not. Yes, I want to say, I saw your picture the other day you put up of the badger. That is awesome. Badger mushroom reference was hilarious. I loved it. So yeah, your work is still one of those things that I can aspire to because it's very organic and it makes me smile to see them. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but it's kind of fun to aspire, and always a pleasure to see pictures posted of your badger and your other creature work. Problem. Actually funny. Actually on the no problem front, I know it sounds silly, we were having a conversation with my kids about that last night. When somebody says thank you and people respond no problem, it may be a regional thing for all I know. It may be not just in meetings. I've heard plenty of other people do it or I wouldn't be doing it. But we were talking about how weird it is that people say no problem, like there was some sort of problem to begin with. One of the things I would like to do, I mean, Lego and Minecraft for me are similar in that when you've got creativity ideas that both toys, I guess, tools, games, whatever, you can do generally whatever you want with it. As in, like, you can make cool things. It needs creativity. And then it's really sort of a practiced skill, kind of like learning a racing game, I suppose. To be able to make those things that are in your head actually come out into reality. Some folks have it, and some folks don't. And it's not something that can be taught. And it's not something that's easy to learn, like one has to develop it. And, I mean, I'm curious too, do you, when you're offline, do you actually draw as well? I've tended to find some of the creators who have amazing builds also happen to have a good eye for it offline or had taken art at some point in time. That's one of those things that being able to draw out what's in your head or pre-sketch something sometimes helps make things come alive when you try and build it in. Yeah, but it's funny because some languages say, or like some areas in languages say no worries. It just came up partly because my son and my daughter are both right in that little age window where, I would say they question everything, but they want to know why about a lot of stuff. It's not the 3-year-old asking why kind of thing, or about turns of phrase and why we say certain things. So, I can't remember exactly what my husband had said. I think he was thanking me for bringing my coffee cup to the kitchen. I've bad habit of leaving all over the house. And then I said, oh, no problem. And my son kind of called me on it and said, well, why? Why did you say that? What's the no problem part about it? There wasn't a problem to begin with. Well, yes and no. There is and there isn't a problem. First, then we had to get into that. That's long. You do draw and paint. Okay. Yeah, that says a lot. Emotes are something that are also things that I would work on, but neither here nor there. Yeah, I've never really been funny. I've always been one of those people who has an interest in art. Some people have an interest and don't, or sorry, some people have a talent, no interest. Some people have an interest and no talent. I come into that latter category. I can't even remember the rest of the poem, but favorite nursery rhyme line: if wishes were horses, then beggars would ride. That might also be, you know, much closer to, I don't know, a book illustrator or something. Not that I necessarily wanted that job. I like to have the skill. Some say just practice, right? But there's those that have it, and there's those that don't. I wanted to be a dancer too, but, you know, artist was a little more likely, and didn't have it. That's okay, you know, like, this is Minecraft. You can do whatever you want, because you can make whatever you want. You can. It's an unlimited platform. And below that vault stairs that I created, I think I built. Really need them. Getting in. Oh yeah. Emotes are just one of those things on my to-do list, but that's just because I like emotes. Not for any particular reason. My daughter wanted to do my emotes for me, and so subscribers have access to one of her art pieces. We did the Jeb Sheep, and 99% of it I like. The only that would ever change would be the bit where she put in the word hype, but Jen just didn't want to like use available tools to straighten it all up. So it's a little wonky on that spot. Grab some more walls. Yeah, so she wanted to do my emotes for me, but then the problem was I was new enough at this, I didn't know what I wanted for emotes. And I'm still not really sure what I want. But now that I'm sort of slightly more practiced at doing this thing, her interest has waned, and I'm not going to chase her about it because, you know, she's got other things that she wants to do, and I'm good with that. Got here. Here's the thing. If you look at... Oops. Can't look at that right now because I have no crafting table. Yet another crafting table. Just for giggles, more or less. Okay. If I was to look upstairs, not a ton that you can... But deep slate brick. Double deep slate. Diorite. So we don't have like upstairs. Calcite stairs. And if I go left, actually that's just it. Calcite you can't spot with. Stuff you can't do spot with. So I think I should probably move. Dump this stuff. Where I can, or if I can. Yeah, that hype is cool. Exactly, wonky adds personality. She said she's going to redo it for me at some point, and part of it is because I have had feedback a couple of times where people have said it looked like a toque rather than being a fat Jeb Sheep. So, it needs a little bit of redoing. But I had just basically, just what do people think of it? And I said, you really want to know? She's like, yeah. I told her that. She's like, oh. Which wasn't a bad thing per se, but it understandably wasn't ideal. So she says she'll redo it at some point. Don't know when that is, and not really fussed about getting it done soon. Great. If I was to take the road, or the water road, all the way down, rather than stopping where I did. How do I myself up? I don't really need that platform. Not impede. Really? Right, yes. Okay. Definitely don't. Yes, so I heard. Actually, I was really impressed. And I hope it actually comes out looking okay. For some reason, the preview I see looks worse when I have it just floating as the logo by itself than it did when I actually had it being a part of a Stream Elements overlay. So I don't know, like on my preview, I would see crisp, clear lines, crisp, clear edges, and stuff, the lovely white border, and it looked great. But for some reason, when I do it standalone like this, it does not like me. I think it's something I'm doing wrong, but neither here or there. Suffice to say, it's not cooperative, being the way it had hoped. As long as you guys see it crisply and clearly on your screens when I'm streaming, then that's what matters. Aside from me remembering to use it, that's the other thing that matters. This door. I have mobs. Ish. That won't help against spiders. Whatever. I guess. I hadn't really thought about it that way. Think about it on brand being... Yeah, the fact that I said toque instead of like woolly hat kind of says it right there. Plug it. I just cut those down earlier. Oh. Not at all. But the artist's fault. There's no fault there. None that I see. Once again, it's just one of those things that I'd like to learn, you know? But one actually has to practice by... It can't be taught. Be shown, maybe, but it doesn't... Because one person shows somebody, it's not something you learn that way. Art is one of those things. I've heard it said that sometimes art is one of those things you have to feel. No, you can't just. It doesn't make any sense. You can't just assume it's gonna work. Clear worms. Bottom? Oh, okay. Speaking of digital art, actually, it's kind of interesting that you say that. Because my daughter has chosen her favorite art form, I guess, is drawing, of course, but she prefers to draw using her iPad with a pencil, an Apple Pencil. And I find that interesting because a lot of people that do digital art are really into like the brushes. Not, she likes the pencil, loves to sketch, and yet if you give her a sketchbook, she'll fill it. You know, no problem there. Definitely will fill it, but it's not her preferred format. One would argue that it could be mobility. Where's the mobile art? But I would disagree. Nowhere. Okay. Not Kate. I would disagree for her. She seems to enjoy. I don't know. It seems to. It's like the flavor of the week, you know. To enjoy switching it up, but I think prefers to do digital art because she can change it or can show it to anybody or can send it to people. The other part of it is I think she likes able to do art on her tablet because she's got a Spotify account and mom and dad don't hassle her about Spotify account while she's drawing her art. Probably a large part of it. But I didn't understand for long. I've got an Apple Pencil for mine, my iPad. We're quite the iPad house. I think I've had an iPad since I've had kids. So that's hopping to the age of them. That's 12 years. Can I quickly say hi to Super Me? You ever get her wireless headphones? She'll wander around like a zombie. I doubt it. And the reason I say that is because she loves listening to her music, but she refuses to put it on any Bluetooth speaker. And I think, to be honest, I have a suspicion that she's probably not entirely honest about what else she's up to while she's on her laptop. The nice part about her only, being up tween is that we don't really have to worry about her getting herself into kinds of trouble that we, seeing the sorts of material we would frown upon. I don't think we have to worry about any of that. But I do have a suspicion she's gaming more than she should. Had given her permission to game, and I really do think she's doing that. But there's bigger fish to fry in the world, even as a parent. Not too overly, I guess. That said, though, I don't think we should try her on Fantastic Sherlock Fox's Bluetooth headphones, aside from the fact that they're expensive. I have a feeling he'd never get them back. He does love to hang around in her bedroom with that's one of her favorite things, sure. still at that age where she loves to do crafts as well. You know, a lot of little kids are like that, where you grab a toilet roll and you make it into something. Sometimes I wish she would just instead. Just because, as a parent, of course, the number of random things around the house, from her various crafts. Oh no, don't throw that out. But your quote-unquote lemonade stand has been in the closet for 3 years now, and you still won't let us throw it out. Come on, full of recyclables. Recycle it. It's not being unenvironmental. No, you can't throw that out. My friend and I were having fun with this thing. When? Well, like last time we played together. Yeah, 3 years ago. Whatever. Gets it from me. I'm a hoarder of stuff. Hoarder of stuff. She'd never remember to charge her Bluetooth headphones. Very, very true. So we have 16 days left on the Lego challenge. I just saw that the contribution, and we are at 20,000 of 75,000 points. So I mean, hey, looks like I made it on YouTube at this point, but that's okay. I mean, the thing about art, like, I guess maybe that's why I wish she would draw more, is because for art, by being digital, it's an awful lot easier to store. Right? Whereas, of course, art that's not digital, I'm sure there's plenty of artists that have had boxes upon boxes, sketchbooks, or other art storage methods. I still, now, I'm not, even though I say, hey, I'd like to throw out things, I'm not blameless in this. As I said, I'm a hoarder, and I still have not cleaned out a basket in my office here that has crafty art projects for when the kids were really little. Like, oh my goodness, they were able to put stickers on a foam picture of a head. You know, that kind of thing. Or like the inevitable foam Christmas trees that everybody and their dog does. Yeah. I still have those. And I should go through just select some good pieces, but I never have the drive to go. Yeah. COVID does indeed make everything go. For sure. Although, I mean, some of the stuff she listens to more than 3 people, so I can't blame her. We, probably haven't gone on a whole ton of, you know, vacations or holidays or whatever. And it sounds kind of funny to say, but, like, we have stuff. We're okay with finances, so we have stuff. And some people are into experiential things. People are into, could be places or to do or whatever, but have the luxury of having stuff. And for the most part, our kids take care of their stuff. So I mean, that's, you know, we have things that don't wear out as well. One of my daughter's favorite toys, and I don't know why, I wish I did, she is still enamored with...
Oh, hello there!
Hello, Benson! How are you doing? Did you get bit by the Twitch never tells you someone's live bug? Unfortunately, that's happening more and more. But yeah, so my daughter's still enamored with sheep. And that's great. But she's still in one of her favorite toys is actually one of the little people sheep from like a farm set when they were like 2, maybe. And so we've gifted the rest of the farm set away to their cousin, but she retains this sheep, which is actually now showing a little bit worse for wear. yeah, her sheep is wearing its face off, it's wearing its ears off. Like, it's got the ears and stuff, but the face is losing its paint. It used to be black, and then it went gray, and now or pink, then went black, then went gray. And hangs on to this thing. That's okay. That, yeah. If you have something on, definitely do. Yeah, we're spoiled. So nothing much going on. I'm just collecting supplies. Try and do some roofing on the church building. And I just really want to get a move on because, one, I'm itching to move on with it, but, you know, and two, I want to move into it. But three is that I think other people are getting bored with it as I am sometimes. And that's a big signal that it's time to put it into high gear. We'll see what I can pull off this weekend in terms of getting more built in the building. I have to figure out what I would do after that, but yeah, that's where we're at. I thought of a return to a Sherlock Holmes theme. Got a couple of ideas for that, but because still daunted by the fact that I tried to build a Deerstalker in a previous season, and it really did not go well. So, we'll see. That's what we'll see. As in, you'll know when I know. Or the other way around. No? Yeah. It's strange enough random here. I have maybe discussed this in stream before, I can't remember. But I have a constant soundtrack. Fantastic Sherlock Fox unfortunately gets the brunt of it most of the time. But I have a constant soundtrack at all times. That means that I'm always having music or quotes or something of that nature. Ugly. Okay, I want to deal with you right now. So, okay. There. That's not gonna work. But by having a constant soundtrack, it's always like movie quotes or music songs or some such. Fantastic Shock. FSF. There we go. Gets it. The brunt of fallout from that. But it's reminded me of a quote from Come From Away, which I had seen recently, where one of the school staffers, they're setting up a school to have becoming plain people, and one of the school staffers gets asked, are these enough mats for everybody to sleep on? She's like, you'll know when I know, or vice versa, something like that. So like nobody really knows. We'll find out when they get here. It's happening more and more that people don't get notifications. I don't know what the problem is. Sometimes I wonder if it has to do with their rather sad recommendation algorithm. Yeah. Curiosity, but I actually find my... Okay, I think I may have partly found missing mine shaft that I hadn't been in before. Logic for another week. Or day. Anyway, so... yeah, I got that stuck in my head. I think. As I was saying, if you don't get notifications, and are interested in them, then I recommend just taking a look at the About page, checking out when the schedule is. I am trying to put more of the off-schedule elements in for when I do have them. So, for example, I usually do noon to 2 Eastern on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Pardon me. But if I get an opportunity on a Tuesday or Wednesday to do another one in the evening, I'm trying to make that more of a regular thing. But for the time being, when I have more opportunities to do those, then I'm going to be trying to put in one-off streams into the schedule. So if you're ever curious, look and see what the normal seems to be, and pop your head in. Also, I do have auto notifiers to Twitter. I can't guarantee the content is always accurate, but the notifying is there. So really the I'm going live is probably about as accurate as it ever gets. I tried being more accurate, but I didn't actually always work. Aw, nuts. So yeah, that's probably the best way of doing things. I know at one point I had another mod who my schedule didn't work out for him. I mean, the daytime part was just not conducive to his lifestyle. We had to back out, but long story made short, he commented at one point that he wasn't getting the notifications either, and as a mod, of course, that's pretty rough. So he ended up getting to the point where he actually had to put it on his calendar as a calendar appointment to make sure that he would actually get his notification. That was kind of frustrating that it had gotten to that. Where are we? I used to get some opportunities for additional streams in the evenings on Thursdays. That's no longer going to be the case. Generally guaranteed, because that's now the slot where my son has his scout meeting, and I'm still the leader for that. So Thursdays are off the books. Ooh, okay. Question of the day. Oh, right. That was a rough one. Put that up in here again. Today's is cartoon physics. If cartoon physics suddenly replaced real physics, what are some of the things you want to do? I think some of mine would be getting awesome hang time when you jump, being able to make ridiculously long jumps in real life. That'd be kind of fun. Not necessarily high. I think hang time would be kind of fun. What else? I'd love to be able to lasso the moon. Or if cartoon behavior beyond the physics part became a reality, then I would probably like to jokingly have a moon get a green cheese. That was just cuz. Fun. On the other hand, though, I probably would eat the moon, so maybe that's not such a great idea. Oh, am I missing? One of the things I think is kind of fun if cartoon physics existed, particularly stuff like Warner Brothers style. And one of the ones that I think would be lots of fun would be similar to the Wile E. Coyote moments, where occasionally the Roadrunner could go like right through the painting or something. So the Coyote had sorted out that the Roadrunner was supposed to crash into the side of the mountain earlier, and Roadrunner would repeatedly always make it out. So they would go into the painting as though it was real. I think that would be kind of fun. You could actually just like paint something on the wall and then walk through and actually there. Kind of cool. If I really could do that, I would maybe paint a picture of like Polynesian beach or something. Like Hawaii, you know? I could do that. Picture of Hawaii, I think. If I could go through there, I mean, I could do another mountain. That beach. The other thing they do in cartoons, not just physics, is stuff like eating weird things, then I mean stuff like there are times I just pick up rocks and start munching on them. That would be kind of fun. I don't know if I really would want to eat rocks as a regular thing. Being able to grab one and bite in, kind of interesting experience. Physics around pockets of infinite holding would be used. Yes, that's true. Open your pocket and take out something far larger than yourself would be really cool. I mean, that also could extend to the question, if you could hold anything in your pocket, or an infinite quantity of something in your pocket, what sort of thing would you want to put in your pocket? The other thing I always find funny about cartoon physics is that, not cartoon physics, cartoon behavior, is that a lot of things are paid for bags of coins. Even if it's supposed to be set in a period where it's modern enough that you don't coinage that way. The other part is the characters always have like handfuls of bills. Also between spare battery packs from a phone or an infinite supply of chocolate. That would be fun. Yeah, if physics of heat didn't apply, I think an infinite supply of chocolate might be awesome. Particularly if it still kept its, whatever the properties are that make it calming and soothing. Yeah, infinite supply of chocolate in your pocket. That'd be awesome. Or if you could store, hypothetically, if you could store a chocolate bar that's larger than you are, that might be fun too. I'd love to try that. A chocolate bar large in my pocket. I don't know how long it would last though, I'd probably eat it. The other thing about cartoons, they can have ridiculously large meals that are often far larger than the character. And they can all successfully pack it all away. You know? Never have to worry about calories, never have to worry about nutrition value, never have to worry about all that stuff. Or they'll take like a stalk of celery or a carrot larger than their head and just conveniently be able to shove the entire thing in their face all at once. And there are exceptions to that, for generality. If you take Sylvester, the cat, have to chase and eat a bird, I would say it's an exception because he can eat all kinds of stuff, but infinitely he's always hungry for the Tweety bird. And doesn't get the Tweety bird, he claims he's starving, like he claims he's all skin and bones. Yeah, not the case, buddy. That's true, the other extreme is definitely there. Of course, cartoon physics technically also extends to, yeah, slipping on a banana peel kind of thing. Because that doesn't actually happen in real life either. Although it's funny, I had a conversation with somebody about that the other day, about the banana peel thing, and apparently some people say it does happen, but Fantastic Sherlock Fox and I binge-watched Mythbusters, and they tried to confirm or dispel the idea of being able to slip on a banana peel. And they couldn't make it happen. There was no way they could make it happen. I don't know. Maybe it's possible, maybe it's not. I don't know. But it would be kind of interesting. Okay. The other funny thing about being in Minecraft, if I play Minecraft enough, I start to have an obsession with squares. Like, you notice I'm always mining into a square corner. I find odd because there's no room for that. then this is gonna bug me because I left one. There we go. That's better. I don't know. Play strangely. Yes. Game makes circular things and I go and square them off. Yeah, the banana peel one, basically, do look it up. I found it was a very interesting episode. But the banana peel one, they placed a whole ton of banana peels all over the place, and then just in case that Adam Savage was going to possibly get hurt during his experiment with them, they gave him a basic an outfit that kind of looked like we stereotypically think of as a bomb defusal outfit. There was a lot of padding to it, and he went running around on a pile of banana peels. They wanted to make sure that there wouldn't be any additional friction or whatever caused by the surface they were working with. So they so they put it on top of sort of like plastic that's supposed to be a low friction thing. And he just could not replicate the behavior. Wanted to be able to do this slipping, sliding on banana peels thing, and they couldn't make it happen. So, Mythbusters loves to make that happen, even if they can't get through the original myth method. So what they ended up doing was they got themselves multiple 5-gallon pails. Sounds weird. Multiple 5-gallon pails of, here's your non-family friendly point for the day, of cattle lube. So, the kind of things that people would need if they were actually helping cattle give birth to their calves. And they put these multiple pails worth on the floor on top of banana peels. Okay? Actually, I think it was instead of the banana peels. But they tried to do it with the banana peels and it didn't seem to help a whole lot. Then they took the banana peels off and put this stuff on just by itself. And then they were able to go running around just like you see in cartoons, and they were giving it all kinds of crazy cartoon sound effects and stuff by the time it went to editing and so on. It was kind of amusing, but they just could not get it to replicate, so they decided that myth was busted. However, one of our Discord server mates in Doubtcraft's community said that it actually wasn't that long ago they actually put a banana peel on the floor of their office lab, I guess it was, and somebody came through and did do the comedic thing, sliding on the banana peel, and fell over and whatever, and the person had to go and apologize. So I guess there's probably an extenuating circumstance to the condition of the peel or something that makes all the difference. But yeah, that definitely not do well for the person who came to the room. So we're just about done here. I think let's call it here in terms of the room. Round off this edge because I know I'm bothered if I don't. Oh. And I'll head back up to base and check out which tile style works better. Possibly which side was up. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll go grab that deep slate up. I have to repair my pick anyway. I want to try to deep slate lapis. New recipe. Why would I have new recipe with that? I guess I've never mined lapis. Okay, well, I have now. Take the out. I'm gonna go up and just see which one I want to go with. A couple deep slates. There's or do I want to go with Wild Stick? No, I'll probably be back for more, but we'll see how it goes. So, what else has occurred to me? I'm looking for new fish, for ideas for what to do as a mystery theme. I think it might help if I actually read some more books. So I should probably get back into more mystery books. I had some other books on the go, and they're great, and I'm enjoying them, but there's a reason to read something new. Part of it is because one of the mystery characters I was trying to do a build for, it did not work because that character... I have no idea how to do a build that would represent Nero Wolfe. Or that. So, yeah. Let's see, we've got our roof going in here. This is the mossy brick. And this one I did with the stairs. Oh, sorry, the cobbled stairs. Oh. No, you didn't actually. Sorry about that, Tiz. I don't know what it is. I don't have an auto moderation on my bot, as far as I know, but my channel seems to dislike the ellipsis, so like you put 3 dots in a row, and yet there's some other people that use the exact same setup and don't have that issue, so puzzled. Puzzle. Or number 2. Got plate. For now. Let's see. The tiles do it. I have to cobble it first. Haha! Right. That'll be something that I can do elsewhere, I suppose. Get a few to check out those tiles. About 20 for now. Yeah, I don't know why I think the ellipsis is blank. I really wish I knew what was going on. There's a couple of weird little quirks my channel has. One is that, and one is every once in a while it will try to shout out somebody, but I don't know if they're a streamer or I don't know if they're not a streamer, like it just doesn't make sense. No clue. Okay, so 20 will be enough for me to see what look I like better. Ow! Crash! As a roofing material. Oh. Wait. It sounds neater when I'm walking on it. Oh, that's an important part of this. Myself out of the way here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like the tiling look better than the cobbled thing. Right, well, in any case, I still have yet to work on the picture. Tiz, have you seen the carpet work, for lack of a better term? See my carpet craziness. I haven't done much on it recently, so there's possibilities for that. Nothing may have changed. Didn't. Go for a little bit of a ride. I'll head over there, and then I will bring up what it's supposed to look like. Hard to see some of this coming along. Got a ways to go. Fantastic Sherlock Fox, you've seen most of this, but grab the reference for it. Up. The chart. That's not it. Wonder it didn't work. Quick. Fun. Okay, so that's what we're making. That picture there. Head over to journey map. Surface. Me. You see, that's where we've gotten so far. There's a bit of a glitch on the left side where we've got this weird little line, and it's just because the picture when I pixelated it wasn't straight, so it gave me a lot more line color in the left-hand side, which should actually be yellow and blue, but with only 16 shades available in Minecraft, that's what you get. So I'm in the process of swapping it out. Light blue in the arm will become the darker, sort of teal-ish cyan color. And so there's a couple of swaps I'm making there. And then on the right-hand side, I've got the whole very blue-based section, so I haven't got to that yet. And some people say, who is Brother Cadfael? Long story made super, super short. In the 12th century, in the 1100s, there actually was legit a civil war in England between someone calling themselves Empress Maud and their cousin King Stephen. And the two of them were trying to, of course, rule the country. So in southern England, southwestern England, I believe, there was also a town still there called Shrewsbury. And the part where it gets all fake from here on in was how Shrewsbury looked at the time. And they had an abbey or a monastery. I think they still do, but anyways, the book invented a character by the name of Brother Cadfael, who had formerly been a crusader, hence the stuff on the left. And then he joined the abbey, and he was a specialist in herbs. So herbs and ailments and how those affected people. So he was kind of a healer, but not in charge of the hospital section, because that would have been a hospitaler. But anyways, so he was in charge of the herbs and medicines and stuff. And then he would also go out to the people that needed him on the right-hand side. That's referring to that picture. But it's a mystery book because, or mystery series because, of course, in every single book, something mystery happens. It'll be an important person gets killed, or in one of them, I think they have a priest for the neighborhood show up, and he's a bit of a fire and brimstone variety, and somebody offs him, shows up in the mill stream. So they've got to figure out who and why and all that sort of stuff. And there's a bunch of different things. The series is 20 books long, but that's Brother Cadfael for you. So that's what I'm doing with my carpet art. And then that also played its way into the name of my bot. So Botter Oswin is, of course, Brother Oswin, which is a younger novice that was a novice monk that was assigned to Cadfael to help in the gardens and stuff. But Cadfael's got him doing all kinds of crazy errands and things as well, and that can get people into a little bit of trouble because within reason, Cadfael never really breaks the rules as such, but he really skirts them when it's convenient to him. and he'll often find excuses. And he has no problem, I guess, outright lying and or contributing to other people lying if he feels it's for the greater good. So, yeah, that's where all this came from. Now that we've gone heavily over time, I'll just head back to the base and we will find someone who could use a couple of people to pop in for a bit of a raid. Let's see who applied today. Getting better at this flying business. People didn't believe me that I couldn't fly, but I have used, in modded, I have used slingshot and bouncy boots. I have used same sort of slingshot with gliders, but I have never actually done rockets and elytra in my life. So a couple months ago, a couple months streams ago, I did learn to fly. Who have we got this morning? I think we're going to head out to Bruno today. So let's see if this works. You're very welcome for showing or seeing the carpet art. I will definitely make a point of showing it off on stream again once I've got some more work done, so that people will see something new. But I just hadn't been showing it the last couple streams because it hadn't had much progress. So we're going to go to Bruno. Hopefully this should take us to the end screen, and that'll give me a chance to say my thank yous to everybody. Yes.
Mischief managed.
It'll take me to the end screen like it's supposed to. There we go. So you'll see the raid message there, give you some time to copy and paste it, etc. I want to say thank you very much Is for Truth for dropping by and Benson for joining us when she could. It did not refresh itself. Those are some people who dropped in yesterday, but that's okay. Thank you very much to Fantastic Sherlock Fox for spending the time you were able to. And we had a great time. I will be back for sure on next Tuesday morning, same time slot. So we'll look at, my time is 10 a.m. Mountain, so we're looking at noon to 2 Eastern. Probably doing some more work at the base here, but we'll see if we can get things moving a bit quicker. And yeah, that's where we're at. So give Bruno my best. I will be in shortly. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend.
Transfer complete.